Hello everyone and welcome to our track guide for this week. This week we're at Barber Motorsports Park. Barber is 2.38 miles long. It's a great track with lots of elevation changes and flow, and it's really a true driver's track. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Heading towards turn 1 is a downhill braking zone. Quick downshift into 4th, get on the gas as soon as we can. Braking once again for turn 2. Holding the inside as much as we can for turn 3. Getting on the gas as soon as we can. Uphill through turn 4. Now heading towards turn 5. Probably the easiest spot on the track to make a pass, but also the easiest to make a mistake. We want to make sure while going through turn 5 that we do not slide our tires, as it's quite easy to do so there. Heading out for the turn 7 and 8 complex, we can really hustle the car into this corner. We can even use the curbs if we want to, but we'll make sure we're going to keep it tight off of here and then slam the throttle, and now head towards turn 9 and 10. This is technically called a chicane, but it's flat out in Q, usually flat out in race. Heading into the final sector, turns 11 and 12 is essentially a roller coaster. There's a lot of elevation changes. You can take the curves on the right here if you need to as well. For the last corners, we want to make sure we kind of arc it in there. Slowly get on the throttle, then a quick turn in for the left-hand corner here, and coming back towards start-finish to complete our lap here at Barber. Now we'll go ahead and look at some other quick tips and things to know for Barber. When you begin your first out lap from the pits, drive a little more conservative as the tires are not yet up to temperature or optimal pressure. It'll be easier to lock up the brakes while entering corners, and there will be less grip overall. Thankfully, Barber is very forgiving in terms of off tracks. Here you can see the car going through turn 9 and 10, which is usually flat out, but is lifting due to lack of grip. Tires will take around a lap to get up to optimal pressures, after which it'll be easier to push the car. Most passes on track will occur at turn 5. Turn 5 is a downhill braking zone that is narrow on entry and widens on exit, which will favor the passing car in most circumstances. You can also use push to pass as needed, and with a good launch from turns 2 and 3, you can easily pull alongside another car. This is also a great example of warm tires versus cold tires. On warm tires, you can brake deeper into the corner, you'll have more grip. Even if it's not the prettiest pass, you'll still have these advantages and should be able to complete the pass. With Barber's short length, running in traffic is going to be inevitable, whether it's cars for position or dealing with lap traffic. Even on road courses, dirty air is created that can upset the balance of your car by creating understeer. To mitigate this problem, our primary in-car tool will be our front ARB, which we will soften while running in traffic. We can also make a front wing adjustment during the pit stop. If you're still unable to pass, focus on driving mistake-free, as others around you may make mistakes and you can simply pick up positions that way. Unlike other tracks, most of the curbs at Barber are usable, especially in the turn 7 and turn 8 complex, but others may upset the balance of the car, specifically in turns 11 and 12, as well as in turn 1. The pit lane entry for Barber is quite tricky, as you can see here. Downhill braking zone, and locking the fronts and hitting the guardrail. So we want to make sure we weigh the risks and rewards of a fast in-lap versus finishing the race. Take it easy, especially on worn tires on this pit lane entry. And those are some basic tips for Barber. If you'd like to read more information about Barber this week in the IndyCar on iRacing, check below in the description for a link to the iRacing weekly forum thread, as well as an invite link to the IndyCar community Discord.